Hey, U.S. History students, this is Mr. Jack, and I'm here to help you find sources for your annotated bibliography assignment. I'm going to start from the LibGuide and just kind of walk you through how you can use the databases to find your articles very quickly and easily. Let's start with U.S. History and Context. That is probably the best database to use for this assignment. And you access it here. Now, I've given you a number of keywords that can help you with your search. Maybe the sort of easiest thing to begin with is just with American imperialism. And I'd put that in quotes to make sure that the search looks for those two words together and see what comes up. Now, the nice thing about the databases is it gives you all different types of information here that you can look through. And all of these can be really useful. Um, if I don't know anything about the subject, I usually start with reference. That's your equivalent of your sort of Wikipedia article. And I can sort of scroll through and look for reference articles that look interesting to me, and read about them there. Another way that you can search for information is to use the filters on the side here. And so I can click on subjects and look at the different subjects here, and this can help me find, specific examples of incidences of American imperialism that happened and people's reactions to them. So I could click on Cuba or the Iraq War or the Philippines and start to sort of drill down on what examples I'm going to be using in my annotated bibliography. And once I find something, let's look at the reference here. Let's go with Philippines. Once I find something, I can save this to my drive here by clicking on this button. It'll just give me a pop-up saying, do you give me permission to put this in your drive? And I say yes, and then it goes there. And it can also give me the citation for this, which is right up here under Cite. And just remember, you want to change this to Chicago and copy and paste this into wherever you're saving your citations, or if you're using any of these, you can just export it directly to those places right there. And if I need to, I can get the link to the article here so I can go back to it. Okay, another database you might want to try is ProQuest, which is right here. And ProQuest looks a little different, but it's, again, very easy to use. Let's say now I know I want to do American imperialism, and I know I want the Philippines. So I'm going to put Philippines in my search right here. And look at the results here. And you can see the nice thing that ProQuest does is it highlights all your search terms, so you can see very quickly kind of how much this topic, your search, gets discussed in a particular article. They also have great filters here, and so what you want to do is use these so that you don't have to do a lot of scrolling. First thing you want to do is limit it to full text, because you want the full article. Then what you can do is limit the source type. And so if I know I just want to look at like newspapers and magazines and encyclopedias, reference works, I could also look for primary sources with government and official publications. Let's start with that and apply that. You'll see this changes right here. And if I ever want to get rid of anything, I can just like exit out up here. I can also look for specific subjects here and include those. Or specific document types here. And so that's another way that I can start to look for something. When I find an article that I like, just like Gale, I can easily put that into my drive by clicking on all options here and selecting Google Drive right here. And that will do the same pop-up and put it into my drive. If I want to cite it, I use this here. And again, I'm going to need to change this to Chicago to get the correct citation. And I can export it to any of these or just copy and paste it wherever I'm doing my annotated bibliography. Okay, hopefully that was helpful and we'll get you started. And if you run into any trouble, remember we always have the panic button on our library website, which looks like this. So if you scroll down, you'll see the panic button right here. And if you click on that, it'll open up a text box where you can tell me what help you need, and I can work with you remotely just by using this Google form, which you can't see right now, but trust me, it's there. Okay, good luck.